All right, we are live on YouTube. What's going on, family? We should be starting any second now. And I'm going to give everybody a chance, but we are here. I see everybody. We're good to go. Giselle, can you give me a sound check real quick? Say something.
Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Testing, testing.
All right, it sounds good.
Awesome. So you can hear me clearly?
So I'm getting a little bit of delay, but let me go and refresh. All
Okay.
right. All right, guys. So this is going to be a special interview with Geiszel Godoy from Black Sands Entertainment. And we're going to be having a great time tonight. We're going to learn everything about what she's doing as an author. All right, so Giselle, first off, introduce yourself to the people here and tell them who you are, what you do, what books you've written, and whatnot.
Hello, everyone. I am Geiszel Godoy, the wife of Manuel Godoy, and have two beautiful kids, Mori and Valencia Godoy, 3 and 5 years old. And the books that I write is Maury's Family Adventure. And that series is about me and my actual family traveling all over the world, going to various countries, just having a fun and loving time.
Okay, cool. And one thing that I love talking about is basically how long have you been an author? Why did you become an author? And what are you planning on doing for like your next book or so?
Okay, so I've been an author for about 1 year, and I started out when my husband, Manuel, he started doing his comic books, his Kickstarter, first Kickstarter for Black Sands, formerly known as Kids to Kings. So I was like, oh, wow, he's doing a comic book. I should jump on the train and start writing my kids' book that I always wanted to write. So my husband, Manuel, really inspired me to write my kids' books, Maury's Family Adventure. And so far, I have written 4 books, two kids picture books, one chapter book, and one coloring book. And now I am currently in the works of making 400, let's see, 40,000 to 60,000 word novel called Iniola. I'm currently working on that. And I also want to do another Maury's Family Adventure book. But with this book, the Maury's Family Adventure, I want that to be an actual comic book, a kid's comic book. How cute is that, guys? So yeah, that's what I'm currently working on right now, as we speak. And I am also in the 90-day book challenge with you guys. That's what's keeping me motivated to write my next book is that
That
90
sounds
day book.
pretty dope.
So,
So
yeah.
Giselle, I want to ask you a question, right? Sit. Wait 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Have a massive delay. So if you finish you pause, go.
Okay.
I have a massive delay. I can't hear you when you speak.
Really?
Yes.
So
Okay.
should
So
I speak
when
really
you're
loud?
done, you pause. You're done.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Sorry, we got some technical issues with our audio. We're gonna
We are
figure this
back.
out eventually, right? But basically, Giselle has basically Giselle here. She's been doing a lot of touring with me. All right, so we have we have done pretty impressive things in the past, and we travel a lot. We travel so much it's not even funny. And I think that you personally, you probably have a lot of experience that you probably want to tell these people about traveling, especially with a family.
Yeah, so we travel a lot, promoting our books and marketing our books. I think last year in 2018, we did at least 20 different states. So traveling, it was kind of hectic with the kids, but sometimes we take the kids with us or one of our family members will watch the kids. But that's how we have to travel to market our books, to gain exposure for people to know who Black Sands, who Mori's Family Adventure is. So this year on the calendar, I think we're booked for at least 27 different states, guys. So be on the lookout for us. We might be in your city very, very soon. So I'm excited about the traveling. I know most people, especially when they have a family, they get tired of traveling, but I love traveling. Is my number one hobby. When I was in the military, I traveled a lot. Was stationed in Germany. Went to many different countries when I was in the service. So traveling is my number one hobby. So I don't mind doing it, especially if it's for marketing, promoting our brand, Black Sands and Morris Family Venture.
So Giselle, one of these people are asking me in the comment section. They say, "Where's your favorite places you've been so far since you've started this journey as an author?"
I would say Brazil, of course. It was amazing. And going to Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, really inspired me to write my kids' book, my second book, picture book. It was beautiful. The food was delicious. Met a lot of amazing people, beautiful people in Brazil. And we got a chance to take our kids with us. They had an amazing time. And also, we took the kids' great grandmother with us. She's 80 years old and she loves to travel also. So she really helped us out with the kids. So, Brazil, of course, is my number one place. And this year, I told my husband I want to go to Dubai, of course, and Ghana and South Africa again. So, yes, Brazil, of course.
So, since you've done all this before, right? What would you say is the number one thing that probably messes up most companies or offers, in the game? What is the thing that people underestimate the most to you, and what do you think they should be looking out for, and maybe give some tips on how to accomplish that thing?
Of course, like Manuel went over last night, time management. That is really what messes a lot of people up is time management. When you don't have a calendar of things that you need to do and different milestones that you need to hit to achieve your goal, that's very, very important. And also capital, you know, a lot of banks, they don't like giving out first time business loan to different companies. So we really had a hard time, to be honest, as far as gaining capital through banks. So we had to find other avenues to have money just to print out books. I mean, Manuel, he printed what 3,000 of the Ultimate Edition, and it was very expensive. I mean, very, very expensive, between what $20,000 to $30,000. So we was like, where are we going to get this money from? But we found a way, and just the capital and time management is very, very important.
So yeah, that is true. You know, capital it does run the world, right? And unfortunately, we have to figure out ways to get it ourselves. But Giselle, now you have these books. You have all these books here. You're going to these shows, right? You're getting covered in some articles. You know, you're getting called by certain places like the Schomburg Museum to come out there and represent. You know, this is a different day now. You're past that hurdle where you're basically creating things yourself and you're hoping that it will work. Now you know it works. You know, and as a result, does it feel like you need to stop going forward, or do you need to create more books because you feel like the momentum's behind you? You know, how does it feel to actually be over that hump?
It feels really good, but I really think, to keep myself current, I definitely need to create more books. Just keep pumping more new, fresh content out there for the fans around the world, and just have something new and exciting, and innovative for people to view and to look at and to inspire parents and kids, you know. So, but it really feels really, really good being over that hump. The marketing part for Mori's Family Adventure has really, really been hard. I mean, just getting the brand out there, letting people know who I am, is really hard. But once you do it and you continue to do it and it's consistent, it would work. But you have to be consistent in your marketing. If you're not, you can just hang it up. It's not going to work, guys. It's not going to work. But like I say, you have to be consistent. Go to different book tours, different shows, um, do different interviews with different people, make a press release, and send out to different outlets like news stations, um, magazine companies, and stuff like that. But I'm very, very excited that I'm over that hump. It feels good, but I definitely think I still need to continue to pump out different and new content.
I'll tell you one thing though. Let's go some Q&A, right? We're gonna ask you some. I'm gonna ask you some questions. You give me the answer, and then I'll come back and hit you with another one. All right? Related questions. All right.
Okay.
So
All
the
right.
first question I have is, what would you say your best strength in publishing is, and what would you say your greatest weakness in publishing is? So in other words, what's the thing you obviously can't improve anymore because you're so good at it, and what's one thing that you have to improve because you're so bad at it? Okay.
Okay. I think my my weakness in publishing is having that writer's block, especially with writing a novel. Like, I would think of a great idea and a great story to write on, but I would come up with just writer's block where I can't think of anything else to write, or how to just flush the story out to make it a good story. So that's one of my weakness, is having writer's block when creating new content, to be honest. And my strength, I would say, is as a publisher, I'm very good with time management, to be honest. Very good with time management. I'm very good with accounting, handling our accounting. What else? Reaching out to the different fans. I'm very good at selling now. I am very, very, a very good seller. Like, during the Christmas season, the holiday, I had a book signing at Party Barn Kids. And so the manager, actually no, she was the what was she? She was the, I think she was like the actual regional manager. She was there, and she was like, "Oh my God, I've been watching you, and every time I watch you, when people are just flooding up to you, they are buying your book." She was like, "Oh my God, you're such a great seller." And during that night, I think I left around 8 p.m. that night. This woman gave me an application to fill out at her store because she thought I was just a great salesperson. But I didn't take the job. I was like, I'm sorry, I'm just too busy on the road selling my books. But I am really, really great at selling. No matter where it is, who it is, I can get somebody to buy my book for sure.
That's pretty dope. So that's definitely something these people need to hear. They definitely need
Yeah,
to hear these kind of stories, real stories. I wasn't
yeah.
even there. I had nothing to do with the Pottery Barn place, all right? I was sleeping in bed with the kids, all right? I was taking a couple of days off, all right?
Oh, gosh.
So I totally respect that. Giselle said it's time to sell, and that's something that she definitely excels at
Yes.
shows. I don't even have a problem with her showing up by herself and handling the whole weekend.
Yeah.
That's just stuff that we do all the time. Let's go to
Mhm.
another question. All right, here's another question.
Okay.
Um, for ownership, right? How do you feel about sharing ownership with other people? Do you feel like that's a responsible decision to make, or is that something that should be avoided if possible by either paying our employees or doing some other kind of arrangement that doesn't involve co-ownership?
Where I would say I depending on what that person can bring to the table for my company. I don't mind giving them a piece of the company or ownership, but it depends on what they can bring to the table. Now, if someone reaches out to me and say, "Hey, I want to own 5% of Black Sands, but the only thing I can give you is my time to help you create content," I'm like, no. It has to be something. If I do decide to give somebody a piece of my company, that they can bring something very valuable to the company, okay? And also capital. Say, for instance, if they can bring at least 100,000 to the table, I don't mind, and also help us with marketing, you know. And also, some people that we've worked with, they they just want to no, they just want to be paid. They don't want no ownership or anything. They just want to be paid a decent wage, a decent wage, 30 an hour, 20 an hour. They happy with that. They don't want a piece of the company. So if their work is good and amazing, I don't mind paying those wages. So it just depends on what the person can bring to the table.
Well, yeah, that's true. People do love their pay, so we definitely try to hook them up whenever we can. But our job is not to always think about ourselves, right? We're always trying to watch out for our employees too, have long-term relationships. And even though you just saw my daughter just hopped up out the bed, but that's cool. And she's probably stalking Giselle right now. But
Yeah.
this is a really fun interview. Guess what? One of the people in our comments section said, "Are you from Brazil?" They also said, "Are you from one of the islands down there?" So I want to address this because I love addressing this
Oh,
kind of things.
oh.
Giselle is
Well,
not from
Manuel, I
Brazil.
thought it was.
She's not from the islands. She's actually a pure-blooded African from Nigeria or something like that. Her uh, her
Sorry.
text was wild. You know, she has like 96% African blood. It's crazy as hell. She's lighter than me, but she's pure-blooded West African. It's the craziest thing. So basically, somehow her family.
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just delayed. So
Oh, okay. A major delay, I see.
So Giselle, I know it's kind of well, Valencia's up, so
That's
she's
okay.
gonna hang on to you the whole time.
I know it's fine.
So I'm thinking what we could do.
Okay.
Yeah, I think what we could do is let's start answering questions from the audience, and then we'll go from there. Uh,
Perfect.
let's see. We're taking questions right now, so please go ahead and leave your pet questions in the comment section, and I'll relay them to Giselle, and she can answer them for you.
Yep.
All right, I haven't received a question yet, but I'm waiting for it. It's coming up.
O- All right.
Hey guys, do you have any questions at all? All right, here's the first question. Have you found any creative ways to overcome the writer's block?
Um, I really haven't at this moment. So still just thinking of ways. Um, if I do get stuck, of course, I will always ask my husband, and he's always willing to help me. So that team, um, that he's a great team player. So I'm just really thankful for his knowledge, experience, because he helped me out a lot. Actually, he's the one who taught me how to publish my book. I had no clue on how to write and publish a book. And he taught me the entire ropes on everything. He's amazing. Very, very amazing.
All right.
And yeah, I've only been writing for a year, so I'm still brand new, still learning and growing. So yeah.
Okay, here's the next question. Next question is, what is the best way to market children's books to adults and kids?
Okay, so I would say of course, create a social media page, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram page. And also go to different events that deal with kids. Okay. That's the only way it's going to work. You have to go to events that deals with kids, like kids book fair, African American, um, children's book fair, or children's festival, or something pertaining to kids and parents. Go to your local school and ask them, if you can have like a book fair there, but if you
All
go
right.
to,
Let's have.
oh, I'm sorry.
So let's
But yeah,
see. The next
if you go,
question is, for the coloring book, does the Illustrator do all your pictures? I'm taking my time and doing some for Adobe Creative Cloud. So I guess that's a creative question.
yes, my illustrator, David Lederman, uh, who also does Black Sands comics. He does my all my illustrations, and I just write the story out, and he takes my story, and um, from there he is able to create all of my illustrations.
All right. So here's a good question. I actually saw this one and I want to answer it myself. All
Oh,
right. So let's see here. What was the question here? I'm trying to find it now. I think I lost it. Okay, there you go. What do you do when your travel investment doesn't meet the return? Well, basically, you lose a lot of money. All right,
yes,
that's the answer. Okay, you just took a loss on that trip. Happens all
yes,
the time. You'll eventually learn which trips are worth it and which ones aren't, right, through experience. But sometimes you just get burned.
hmm,
That's just it's just the only
yeah,
way I can say it, man. There's times you're just gonna get burned. All right, let's see what else we got here.
yep.
Let me get a question for you, Giselle. Let's see. How to set a realistic timeline when collaborating on a children's book with someone? Uh-oh, that means free.
Oh,
That means free work. So go ahead and explain.
free work, huh? Well, if you are not paying to have your kids' book created, expect them to be very, very slow at a slow pace because you're not paying the money. Of course, they are not going to work on the pace that you want them to work on. So I would suggest if you could pay them something so you can get your work finished and completed in a timely manner because time management is very important, you know, to have that book out. And also set a goal as far as a date for yourself when you want to have that kids book or that coloring book completed. Say for instance, if you want to have it done by June 2019, set that goal for yourself and have it done and completed by that time. Okay. And yeah, I would recommend that if you can pay them something, please do. Honey. All right, that's my daughter. She's in the background crying. She just woke up, so you guys have to excuse her.
All right, so Giselle, I think we're gonna cut this one short. The kids have Valencia is officially
Yeah,
tilted,
kids are
but
just not waking up.
this was a great interview, and this is what it's like to be a creator and a parent at the same time. All right, if you guys know it, if you got kids, not everything goes according to plan. All right, so really appreciate you guys coming out answering these questions for Giselle, and you guys can work together. We can all work together in the future. All right.
All right.
See you guys later. Oh, and by the way, for everybody who's wondering, we have new tiers on Patreon. All right, Patreon has two new tiers. We have a consultation tier, and then we have a tier that does it's a full apprenticeship. All right, I do everything for you guys. So that's what's up. All right, we will see you later.
Bye, guys. Take care.